Hello, hello, hello. This is your message from the universe for 9/23/2020. This is the rune Awaz. Awaz is the rune for defense, for avertive powers, and it's really speaking to holding yourself in a space of patience when there is a delay. And sometimes that delay is for your benefit. And we've really been talking about this pause for several days now and how you step into it. The Awaz really addresses that space where we are deciders even more than we are doers, because it is our decisions that then create the situations for us to be the doers. And that's why our decisions and our preparation is so important. So in this reading, it's really talking about that space. This Nine of Coins talks about over hustle, like working too hard towards a goal that may not necessarily be what is necessary for you. It talks about really looking at what am I trying to get and why am I trying to get it. It also speaks to your self-worth and that you are really working hard to lift your self-worth and to really embrace yourself. However, it also speaks that that self-worth may be tied to your monetary output, may be tied to a vision of what you think your life should look like from a materialistic point of view. So it's very important to look at these situations that we are trying to create for that foundation, for that security, for that sense of family. The Four of Wands is really about that security and kind of like the four corners of a home. And this situation that you're in, you're trying to create a security, whether it is in your home life, whether it is in your spiritual life, your personal life. You are at this crossroads of trying to balance who you were and who you want to become, what you used to be and what you are becoming, where your life was and where your life wants to be, where you want to be. And that can be a difficult thing in many senses, and we've spoken of this many times, that our vision of the future means the death of today, means that the way things are now have to change. We have to change, the people around us have to change, the situation has to change, our actions, our habits, things have to change. And the way that we used to do things or the way that we used to speak to ourselves has to die. We got this death card yesterday too. It's a heck of a lot nicer when it's just a vacuum cleaner, right? But for cats, a vacuum cleaner is a lot closer to death. Yesterday's death card was a skeleton with 2 decapitated heads and a scythe. But again, 2 days in a row, we have this death card and a movement card, the Chariot. Yesterday it was the Eight of Wands. Today it's about the Chariot. So you have this opposites with the pause, like delay, holding still, and the movement of the Chariot. It is very interesting that now 3 out of the past 4 days, we've had this exact same tone in the reading, and mostly with different cards, or at least from different decks, being at this crossroads of figuring out how to move forward. It is really fascinating, and balancing you and you, work and work, who you are and who you are. It's that duality, and I just find this whole thing fascinating. We really are in an interesting time, as strange as things are out in the world, and as much as we look around and see anger and pain and hatred, we can also see love and kindness and joy and change, so much change, whether it's for the good or whether it's for what you think is not the good. It's just fascinating to be in a time with so much change, not just in the physical, but in the spiritual, in the emotional, and it's really interesting, and I'm honored to be alive in this time. And I'm proud of all of you who are leaning into this change and bringing a new age, the age of Aquarius, if you will, if you know anything about that. And I just wanted to share one more thing with you. When I was outside this morning, I walk my cat every day. The universe, Mother Earth, gave me a little present. And anytime that I see these, I always pick them up and say thank you. Anytime that I see something in nature that's out of place, and I get a little nudge that says, this is for you, I pick it up. And then they said that I needed to show this in the reading because somebody is going to get a message from this little feather. So whomever you are, this is for you. You are beloved, you matter, you are loved.